whenever a tripper makes a jump through time, they get 1 endurance point, and that comes into play for eventually you can command how far this goes, up to 6. So if we make a jump here, we're probably going to try to align it to try to go here and possibly get home and maybe be my first victory. They also, when you jump, you gain back half of the endurance you've lost. So it was 1. Actually, no, we wouldn't get that because it's half rounded down. So we don't get that, which is kind of a bummer. I was kind of counting on that. Anyway, and again, like I said before, these will come on the board randomly, which is infuriating, but part of the fun of the game, I think, probably at the same time. So 7, 10. I always bring them on in this way because that's the way they are on the board. That's just me. 2, 6, 3, 10, and hopefully that oh, I forgot to. I'm gonna dump these out so I remember to get that ring. Hopefully they end up on this side. These guys are coming on with an enter again, which means they'll be somewhere on the outside of the board. Do the shotgun. 6 and 2 is 807. Nice. I like the shotgun handy. It's a nice little weapon. Sorry. I'll just roll 1. So here's their enter result, which is 2, which is up here. And there's, I think, 5 of them, and there's 8 of these guys, so they're going to be somewhere else also. They have the same accuracy rating on their weapon as I do, which is not great. It's great for them, it's not great for us. So I'm going to find the ring, and we'll come back and do some fighting. We have the Ostrogoth ring, which is nice. Some of these are really, really funny. There's like a Dragon's Nostril, Time Lord's ring, a Shark Tooth, different stuff. I really like them. It's interesting, there's 2 Yeoman's necklaces because there's 2 scenarios where you could potentially get it. My favorite is the T-Rex tooth, but the T-Rex is very, very hard to kill. He hasn't killed me yet, but I've had to run both times. So, and then the Magyar lasso is here in case we do take all these guys out. I believe they've killed me before, or maybe I just barely got out. But they're one thing I really like about the battles is these historical ones. They have historical notes about who the people are, which is really fun for me to read. It says that the Magyars ceremoniously scarred their faces for psychological effect. That's pretty hardcore. So yeah. So we'll get back to it. One thing I don't think I did as I was picking stuff up is you have to modify your weight. You can only carry, I think you can only take with you up to 50 pounds. It seems like you wouldn't be able to carry more, although I think when I was in the military I ended up carrying more. It doesn't really matter. So I modified it to where we are now. That ring, oh, that's 2/10 of a pound. I forgot. So we're still good. So this first round, we'll spend our endurance point to do that, and we'll move, pick this up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a pretty nice move there. That's 23 pounds. Will be 4 off the weight. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a whole. You basically divide your weight by 5, and that's how many endurance points. It seems like your endurance shouldn't be able to fall if you. The weight rating, if it's under your endurance, it should have to be cut more, but that's not ever addressed. I've seen some fan errata on this. and they talk about this a little bit too, which I'll talk about. But it mentions that nothing is said, and they just kind of leave it. And I would agree, because you can take hits pretty easily, and I can see the game value of having to drop things to continue, but that would make it even tougher. They also mention, using things like the Libyan knife or the katana, but then these all have a point value on them, which I wouldn't probably use for my own purposes. But they say, if you use it, then it loses its historical value. I think it would actually add to it. You get back to Vietnam and you have a katana that you had to kill a saber-toothed tiger with. That might be pretty exciting. There's also weird animal parts. That's an interesting one. So I could see, throwing this like a grenade. You can, I didn't mention that, you can bring grenades along with you, as long as you can carry them. I probably should bring one. They have an area effect, but I keep forgetting to bring one. But the weird animal parts, I could see being able to throw 6 hexes away, and maybe that baits the T-Rex away from you, something like that. I don't know. I also have noticed this video is going extremely long, or these videos are going extremely long for what I do, but I really, really like this game. So I keep wanting to talk about it. And I'm also doing, I forgot to, where were we last time? Yeah, we're there. You can only go to each space one time. I feel like I'm doing pretty well right now. And so I want to keep videoing because maybe it's good luck. We'll move again. I'm not going to try to negotiate. There's not really any point right now. They're so far away, and you can potentially enrage them. And I don't want to take the chance to do that. So we'll spend another endurance point, and go get our M16 again. If I had to leave one of the weapons, I would leave the M16. But if there's no reason to, I won't. So at this point, they're too far away for me to fight. I don't think I'm going to negotiate yet, so we'll try to summon, or try to command the flux. We need less than a 7, and we got an 8. So now it's their turn, and we'll do the detection again. These guys are ranged, which means, so they have an accuracy of G, just like my shotgun. So if they get within 3 hexes, they're going to be pretty deadly. Although they only have a strength of 8, so it's not going to be terrible. But they could potentially do some damage. So I'll get this resolved and we'll come back.